Welcome to the final episode in this series, where we invite you to join us as we progress along the entire creation process, from conception all the way to the production of a tabletop game. Now, if you've just joined us, the game we are developing is a small card-based game designed to fit into the universe of our big box dystopian sci-fi game, Solar 175. This small card-based game is themed around the Gonza Index, the most valuable stock market in the Solar 175 universe. This is the final episode of this journey, where I'll be showing you the final post-production game and talking through the decisions that went into it. So, without further ado, here it is, the finished article. Behold Gonza Index in all its glory. Now, I've already made an official unboxing video, which you can access in the link in the description below. But I thought in this video I would take a bit more time to go through the box and run through the design process that went into creating each individual part of the game. So first, let's look at the box itself. As part of our Kickstarter, we unlocked a linen finish to the game box. So it has a very luxurious feel, and this subtle linen sheen when the light hits it is just right. On the sides we have the key information of player count and game time, and other than the name and logo, we have left the rest of this box largely empty. This is an unusual approach, as most games will at least mention the designers' names on the front, but for us, we are so pleased with the fantastic box art created by our artist Adam Beachy that we wanted to cover it as little as possible. On the reverse of the box, we have a blurb-style introduction of the game and gameplay, above an image of a game laid out on a table. Not everyone will come to the game through this video series, and so for those that pick up the game in their friendly local game store, we wanted to make sure that there was enough information on there for them to make this great purchase decision. Then below this we have a section for the rather dull legal stuff that needs to be on the box. I won't go into all that now, but if you want to learn more about what needs to be added and why, I've put some helpful links into the description below. The box itself has a good solid weight to it. This is because we made sure to minimise any unnecessary space inside the box. And this is good for several reasons. Firstly, it means it is more economical to ship the game around the world, allowing us to keep the price down for our customers. And it helps protect the environment from the unnecessary energy expenditure of shipping big empty boxes. Secondly, it means components don't move in transportation. Moving parts can be easily damaged, and so this keeps your game safe and sound. However, a disadvantage of this approach for us is that it takes up less space on a retailer's shelf, meaning it may not stand out as much as a game which has an unnecessary large box of mostly empty air. But we think the advantages of this approach outweigh the disadvantage. Now let's open the box. Two things here. Firstly, we have added some quotations about greed to the inside of the inner box. These are revealed as you open it and give players a little more flavour to what they will be expected to do when the game begins. For this product, we have printed the inside of the top box as well with this image of the Shepherd AI. You are then greeted straight away by the rulebook. This is something we've always done in our games, and there are several reasons for this. First, the rules are the first thing you need for the game, and so meeting them first is pretty helpful. And secondly, it means we can print yet more artwork on the front of the rules, and that will be the first thing you see when you open the box, which helps make the unboxing an interesting experience. Finally, it presses it firmly against the top of the box, keeping it nice and flat for transportation. The rulebook was discussed in more detail in the last video of the series, so next we'll look at the credit tokens. There are 100 of these wooden tokens in the game, 20 for each player. They are all made of painted wood and have a silk screen printing on both sides. These tokens act as the currency for the players, and being able to identify which player placed which token is crucial in the game. We initially used just colours for this, but we liked the look of the screen printed tokens more, and it had the added bonus of making the game 100% colourblind friendly. Next up, we have the event tokens. These are again painted wood and in this E-shape. They are big and bright yellow to make them stand out on the event track and keep the current state of play clear for all players. Next up are my favourite components, the metal credit trackers. There are 12 of these in the game and we decided they should be gold in colour. The square at the bottom of these fits perfectly into the double-layered corporation cards, which I'll show you soon. They each have the credit symbol printed in 3D on the surface. These tokens were the most expensive part of the game, adding over $2 to the manufacturing price of each game, plus the extra weight for shipping. So it's probably not the best business decision to include these, but I just love metal components in games. Next up are the big chunky dice. These are 25mm in width, and so they are great to chuck, and can be seen easily across the table. Dice chucking is the core mechanism in Gonza Index, and so making the size and quality of these match their level of emphasis in the game was an important consideration. Next up are the cards. There are 30 of these cards in the game, and they are stuffed full of premium features. Firstly, they are a nice solid thickness at 310 GSM and they have a black core. This means the opacity of the card is very high, meaning there is no bleed through of colour even when the cards are held against a bright light. These cards have also been given the linen finish effect we added to the box, and so they feel nice in the fingers and have that luxury linen sheen. Finally, the cards have been blown up to full tarot card size. Not including the corporation cards, which I'll get to soon, there are 4 types of cards in the game. Reference cards, the event track, event cards and broker cards. Each has gorgeous artwork spread all over them, so we felt making the cards larger than average was a great way to show off these fabulous images. Up next, we have the indented corporation cards. These are the central focus of the game, and so we've made these even bigger than the tarot cards. To put this in perspective, this size of card doesn't even have a name, as we made it up. So if you think of one, let me know in the comments below. These cards are actually double layered, making them twice the thickness of the already thick tarot cards and double black cord. This is because we have created a series of indentations on the left side of each of these corporation cards. These indentations are shaped to perfectly fit the metal credit tracker tokens we saw earlier. This makes gameplay much more satisfying and means that accidentally nudging the table won't throw off all your corp values. Yep, I'm looking at you, Terraforming Mars. And of course they have a linen finish. I think I might be a little too obsessed with linen finishes. Finally, we reach the inside of the box. This has again been printed with another large image from the Solar 175 universe by Adam Beachy. We couldn't have you look at all these gorgeous components and then finish with you looking at bare grey cardboard, could we? So, what's your favourite component in Gonza Index? Do you have any other questions about the production decisions or how to go about getting games produced? If so, please let us know in the comments below. So thank you very much for watching. If you found this series useful, we'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to help us grow the channel and make more content. I also want to give a massive shout out to our patrons who help us bring you these videos. Thank you. Bye.